Welcome back to the workshop. Today we're going to be growing some mushrooms. Now I was given a mushroom growing kit as a Father's Day present, so I thought I'd make a little video all about growing some mushrooms. So first thing, I'm going to open the box up and I'm going to see what's inside there. Now then, as we open the box up, it appears to be a big bag full of a browny, whitey material, which according to the box is coffee ground mixed with the mushroom spores. So the first thing the instructions say to do is to cut the bag open very carefully and soak it overnight in water, so I'm going to do that now. That's about as careful as I can cut it without disturbing the material underneath, which I assume is packed in nice and solid. So the idea is that the mushrooms are now going to grow out of this X-shaped cut in the plastic and through the box here, which when it's in its growing position is actually going to stand on its side. So it's important not to disturb that material too much. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this bag in some water and leave it to soak overnight. Now I've just hit a little snag with this kit. And that's that the bag with the material in is thicker than the height of the overflow on my sink, which means I'm going to have to find something else to put the bag in to soak it, because if I try and squash it down, the water's going to flow out, it's not going to soak. So if you're trying this out for yourself with this kit, bear that in mind, you'll need a bucket. Okay, so that's the bag submerged in some water and I've weighed it down with a big brick. So we'll come back tomorrow, drain it off and we'll get it all set up. Okay, so this bag's been soaking overnight now, so now it's time to drain all the water off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest it in the sink on this old wicker basket, and that'll let all the water drain away, but hopefully stop any of the soil and any of the spores from flooding out as well. Right, so we'll leave that for a couple of hours, put it back in its box and leave it grow. Okay, so it's been draining for a couple of hours, so I'll put it all back in its box and we're going to leave it grow now and see how it gets on. According to the instructions, it's going to take about 2 weeks to get any mushrooms to grow. And I've just realised I'm going on a holiday up West Wales in a week, so I'm either going to have to devise a system of watering it automatically while I'm away or take the bloody thing with me. So. Okay, so it's now day 4. This mushroom has been growing for 4 days. We're going to have a quick look at it now and see how it's going. So I've been watering it twice a day, like this, with a spritzer. Don't know if I'm doing it right or not, but from the instructions this is my best guess. I was hoping to see some growth by now. And I don't know if you can see, I'm going to do a close-up shot in a second. I don't know if you can see up here, there's some little dark patches that look like there might be something just growing through this white film, but I don't know. I really was expecting more growth than this by now. Okay, so it's now day 6. Looks like we've got a little bit of growth going on. If you can just see here, where I'm pointing to, there's, well, I don't know what they look like at the moment. They're sort of white, bulging growths with lots of little spikes coming off the top. So that's cool, something's happening. There's a couple poking through at the bottom there, you can just about see. Slightly off camera. A little one there, you see that? Yep. We'll get this, hang on. Excuse the creaking, it's my tripod, it's not very good. And you see where my thumb is there? There's another little bloom there. So yeah, it looks like we're going to get some mushrooms going, unless that's some kind of weird fungus that it's picked up from the atmosphere. Check back in a couple of days and see how we're getting on. Well, it's day 7 now, and I can't believe that overnight, literally, this has happened. Look at that. It's now day 10, after I've been away from home for a couple of days, and look at this. Just look at this. Enormous, lovely looking mushrooms. I think this has been a success, so I'm going to keep checking them every day, and as soon as they're ready to pick, I'm going to pick them. We're now on day 11, so I think they've grown a little bit again. I'm not too sure about when I'm supposed to harvest them. The instructions say when the edges start to flatten out, which I think they are doing, but it's quite hard to tell at the moment, so I'm going to wait till the 14 days is up and then think about doing a harvest then. So I will check back with you then. Finally, it's day 14 and that means it's harvest day. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to cut these mushrooms off. And in a little while I'm going to try cooking them. As you can see, the edges have all turned up nicely, so that means that they are good and ready. Right, so these have been cooking in some butter over a low heat for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to have a quick go and see what they taste like. Oh, really good. So, I'll see you in the next video. If you like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. Me, I've got some mushrooms to eat.